Hey there, my friends. Kirkshinta Turnip Seed here, and I'm so excited that you guys are watching. So as you hop on, say hello, hello, hello. I'm actually gonna invite my friend Gwen in, and she's gonna be sharing her story. Okay, um, because Gwen's story. Hold on one second. Gwen's story is amazing, and I'm excited for her. There you are.
Hi,
Hey, Gwen. So,
guys. Hey.
so Gwen, let me close this door real quick. Okay. So Gwen is going to share her story because Gwen was let go from her job, and I'm gonna let her say in her own words what happened. So Gwen, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, and then go ahead and tell us, what led you up to starting a digital based business. So let's start with that.
Um. Well, what led me up to? Well, first, everybody. My name is Gwendolyn Marshall. Um. And I do have a few different digital businesses. But what led me to it? To branch out and do it because I knew things were changing,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, being fired. So going through that process over the last, I'll say maybe probably about, we'll just do 10 years. I can think just off the top of my head, probably like 3 times or so
Three
of
times
being
being fired?
let go, but once being fired.
Wow.
But it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
You
being
still
in
got to go through the
control.
process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still got to go through the process of unemployment if you can get it, or you're trying to fight to get it. Um, and then worry about how are your bills and everything are going to be paid in the process, and how are you going to be able to live.
Mm-hmm.
And so the last time it happened, when I was fired from my job, which was in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
it was a week after my birthday.
Oh, wow.
And I was so glad it didn't happen on my birthday, but I already knew that it was coming. I had taken down everything around my desk, and people were asking me because they thought I was playing. I was like, I know what's coming. Like, I'm preparing myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when that day comes, it's not going to take me by surprise. So every day for at least over a month, I knew that it could be my last day walking in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I prepared myself,
Right.
took down cards and everything. So it was just an empty desk, nothing but my computer there. So I just would work like that. I was fine with it. So when the day came, I got a notification by chat from my supervisor to come to HR. So I hit one of my friends up and I said, "This is the day." And he didn't believe me, but he was like, "Oh crap." Like, but I knew
Mm-hmm.
in my heart, I knew. Sure enough, went to HR. My supervisor was back there with one of the representatives from Human Resources, and they already had the papers laid out. All I had to do was sign after they went over the policies. Just straight protocol, following the orders. But everything had already been signed before I haven't even got back there, except for my hand signature
Mm.
that they were letting me go. So I signed the paperwork. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I didn't question, because the fact of the matter is I was trying to let them go before they let me go.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work that way.
Right.
It did. The plan just didn't happen that way. So I signed the papers, turned in my badge. My supervisor told me that I could go back to my seat and finish unpacking, clean out my desk and everything. But I knew it wasn't that much. I just had one cubicle in my at my desk that needed to be cleaned out,
Mm-hmm.
just paperwork.
Right.
But I really never, everywhere I've worked, I've never set up home, because that's not my home. I don't do all these pictures and all of that. Everybody does that. That's to the persons, but that's just not my thing.
Right.
I may have a few pictures, but it was relative to the job where at the time where I was working. So, But went clean out my drawer. And I didn't even go around telling people, bye. I didn't want to do all of that. I left, said a few goodbyes here and there, and head straight for the door. But one lady that actually touched my life, I was trying not to cry, and I did good. I didn't cry when I was in human resources because I wasn't going to let that happen. That wasn't happening. Because I knew how bad my supervisor wanted me gone. I knew how bad she wanted me gone. And that was a personal thing.
I was just about to chime in on that. Ain't it funny how sometimes, these places of employment, they have such a control over not only the work environment, but your emotional well-being a lot of times, because for 6 to 8 hours a day you're working under, they could be like, I tell this all the time about my crazy ex-boss,
right?
You're working there every day, and God forbid, I mean, you don't know what you're gonna get.
You never know. And the thing about it, over the span, I'll say, like I'm saying, about 10 years, I've had, and I've went through this personal, so I can talk about it. I've had mainly female, nothing against the female, management. I'm nothing against it, because it's enough out here for everybody to eat. But for some reason, and that's been my test, and I've always prayed to God. I've asked my parents, I've asked other loved ones close to me, why has that been my challenge, that wherever I was working, a female would be my supervisor or my manager. Why would they challenge me so bad? Meaning that, why would they test me? And I only went there every time, I met friends and I met people, but the thing was, I went to work to make my money and go home.
And not with all the drama either.
No, I don't do drama.
Right. No, I'm saying,
you've been knowing me for a while.
No, but I
don't do that.
It when it's always unexpected, when you expect to go to work and get a paycheck, and then what you get in return from some crazy supervisors is they're insecure. Sometimes they're little tyrants, right? Sometimes. And all you wanted to do was show up to work, give God's, glory by giving a good day's work, and collect a paycheck and go home. But then you got
that's
drama.
Exactly, that's all that I ever planned to do. Go to work, have a fun, little fun time while I'm there, because I'm there the majority of the day, and then go home.
Right.
That was always a thing. But I learned over the course of the years, like you just said, sometimes it's people own insecurities. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with that place of work. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's their personal life is in shambles.
Yep.
It's their they feel like they're the black sheep in their families, so they trying to take it out on somebody. They can't figure you out because you ain't running around at the company telling all your business about whatever you're doing. You're not doing that. You're keeping to yourself. So I learned that that's exactly what it was. For the time, each supervisor that I can think about that was a female at the time, that's what it was. But I never challenged their job. I never questioned, it was nothing of that nature, of that anything. But if insecurity is in a person, they're thinking that you're coming for them, or they got to debate or combat with you some kind of way. What they're do. And that was the thing. They were my superior. And they knew that in order for me to keep my job, I had to be subordinate to whatever they say.
Right, wrong, or different.
Right. And the thing was, I had already told my supervisor before the day came. I had told her, I said, listen, she took me in, signed papers, we having a conversation. So I said, before I signed the papers, I said, so you telling me that I can be gone in 30 days or less? I said, because I just want to make sure that I'm hearing this right. And she's like, yeah. I said, well, you might as well give me my walking papers today.
You ain't gonna scare me.
She sit there. She sat right there in amazement. But I was so serious. I kept repeating it. I said, you might as well give me my walking papers today so I can go home. I don't want to have to come back here knowing that any day that I come in here could be my last day and be scrutinized for you when that's what you're already looking to do anyway. I said, because nothing in my job has changed. I still come in here and do the same thing. I said, I don't call you for anything unless I really have a problem. And you know that. I said, you know that I handle everything at my seat, escalations and everything. And I said, if it's something that I absolutely cannot do, that's what I come to you for.
Right.
And you know that. But it had nothing to do with me. It was her own insecurities.
Right. And you can't control that.
Me.
But what I want to get to, Gwen, is like how, like what, you know, so that happened and you made a decision that you were going to start a digital business.
Right.
And I already know what you're going to say because we've had these conversations before. Both of us have been in the situations that Gwen is talking about where it's crazy supervisors, just not having control of not only your economy, but also your work environment. And it can manifest itself in your health in a lot of different ways. So for Gwen, what made you decide that you were going to start doing a digital business? Because it's very different than network marketing and MLM.
Well, learning how that, and I keep telling people, it is the future. It is the future. And with all the change that's happening, you got to get on board or you're going to get left. It's just that simple. You got to get on board or you're going to get left, or whatever's left of your job. A computer or robot or something will replace you.
It's already happening.
That's what I'm saying.
So
happening. It's like, heed the warning. And I want better for my family. I told my dad, I said, the last time when I got fired and I needed some assistance from unemployment, and I prayed to God, I said, please, God, let this be the last time I ever have to go this route. Ever. So I knew that something had to change. I start doing other things? I've been in marketing since 2006. So marketing is not new to me, but digital business, learning how to actually do that and believing that it can happen, that was another thing that I did not know about. So learning how to do it, listening to those that have already done what it is that I'm trying to do, it's a win-win situation. I have goals. I have personal things that I want to do, not just for me, for my family, but for others that I don't even know. That's why I decided to do digital businesses.
So do you feel, now that, okay, all these things have happened, with employment, you've moved to a digital business, do you feel more secure now that you have a digital business? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yes, after I know there's plenty more failures to come. But for some of the ones that I've already went through, I can answer that wholeheartedly. Yes, absolutely. Because why? I'm doing it. And I'm taking the steps for somebody that's afraid, that may be in my family or may be close to me. But if they see me doing it, then they may say, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
Because when you connect with others and you show somebody else to win, that's when you win. It's not what we're doing, it's how you help people do what you have done.
And that's when you start having success.
I'm not going to make $1 million. I'm not going to make $1 million by myself and I don't share with nobody. If I don't share what I've learned, and if I definitely don't help anybody, it's worthless to whatever I'm doing. And that's why I know I can't fail. Failure is not an option. My dad tells me that all the time. Failure isn't an option. I've been down to the lowest point where I laid in my bed. And this was one of the times where I was laid off from a job and literally in my bed. And I called my daddy. And I said, Dad, I don't even think I have anything left to give.
Mm.
That's how real it gets. That's how real it gets. And if it gets to that point, you know that, and my daddy he taught me out of that place of despair.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me out of that. And that's all I'm trying to do is help somebody else.
Girl, don't make me cry on this live now, because you know once I start crying, I can't stop crying. Because with
But
Gwen,
it's okay. We have to be transparent though.
I
But that's what
know.
I'm saying. Digital business can help you get out of that place of despair. You don't have to lay in your bed and think, oh God, I got to get up and go to this job I don't want to be at.
Mm-hmm.
When you can lay in your bed with ease and make money from your phone, or you pick your phone up when you wake up in the morning and you look at all the payment receipts that's done hit your bank account that you didn't even hear going off,
Yep.
or you done turn your notification button off on your phone because
Oh,
you've been
you put
cha-chinging all
crying
night.
too. Girl, you just
I'm sorry, Tanya.
cause you know, here's the thing, Gwen. Everything that you said is real talk. People don't want to talk about that, because you
Right,
know what we're creating here is not just about making money. It's about
right,
security. It's about
right,
being able to control your environment. It's about not
right,
having to wake up every day and go to a work environment that you're that's emotionally abusive. And that's not everybody's story, but that happens to more people than what people want to talk about. And I'm crying tears because I can relate to that. I can remember sitting in my bed every Sunday having anxiety, knowing I had to go back into some, you know, work environment where it was so stress inducing. Blood pressure constantly at 157 over 101, taking not one but two blood pressure medicines. Being like
wow,
what Gwen is talking about, feeling anxiety, feeling stress, feeling like you don't want to get out of bed. But you gotta go to this place to have money to pay your bills.
right. It's crazy. And the thing, you were taking pills, but I was so stressed out, I didn't even know I was losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, I was in routine, just going to work, just working.
Mm-hmm.
And but still was stressed because I hold it inside, but it was tearing me apart. When I went to the my doctor, my personal care doctor was not there, but her nurse was.
Mm-hmm.
She told her when she called her because she was working from home, and my doctor told her nurse to write me out indefinitely for 6 weeks. Like I didn't even have no question. I mean, I didn't have no say so.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote me out for 6 weeks. And she told me, she said, it is the stress that you are enduring.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to take you out of that environment because your health is not
Yep.
in shape. So that's why
Mm.
this is why I'm telling people, rethink about some of the things that you're doing.
Yep.
Yet you got to use your job. I still work. Yeah, I still work a 9 to 5, but I have other digital businesses that's going to take me away from that. And I'm not afraid when I'm telling you, when he
Girl, you know. Girl. Mm.
when I tell you it's not, I won't look back. I won't look back. That's why I'm using my current situation, which is my job, my 9 to 5, to finance my digital businesses.
Mm-hmm.
That when it's time to go, it won't hurt nothing.
Right.
Nothing will be hurt.
Right.
Everything will be just where I needed to be in place. And then I can just keep soaring.
Yep.
That's it.
And you're doing the right thing. You know, see what Gwen talked about is very smart. Gwen said, I'm working my 9 to 5. But because of what happened to her before, she's smart enough to know that she's never ever going to put herself in a situation ever again where
Right.
she's going to rely on just her job as her protection. Because at any day, that job could say, we're downsizing, we're going out of business, we're firing you, we're decreasing your hours. We're what they have control over your economy. You do not. So while
Right.
she's at her job, she's leveraging her income and creating an income stream for herself and mobilizing that income stream so that she never ever has anybody in control of her economy. And
Right.
that is smart. That is smart. With that money that she then generates from her business, now she could leverage it even further. She could say, I'm going to take this. See, here's the thing. A lot of times your job income is just not enough. You can take that money, you can invest the money from your business, make it grow you more money.
Right.
Pay off debt, put money in savings. So this is not just about, we're not doing this. We are fighting for our lives. We're not just having a business like, oh, we have a business. We online. No, 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 no. We are fighting for our lives, literally.
Right.
For the life that we want to build for ourselves, for our family, for our legacy, for protection, for security, that's what we're doing it for. Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Gwen, thank you for being so transparent with sharing that story, because we all got pieces of our story
Yeah.
that you know, sometimes they're hurtful parts of our story. Sometimes they're pieces of our story that they're shameful, they're hurtful, there are pieces of our story that we want to do better. But the thing is to have a plan to do better. And Gwen did something wonderful, because she said, I'm not going to stay in this state. I'm going to create something better for myself and never allow somebody to have that control over me. And I'm proud of Gwen. And I tell Gwen all the time that I'm proud of her for the action steps that she's taking. So
Thank
we share so much testimony. We didn't even tell you how we're doing what we're doing and what kind of digital business we have. So Gwen and myself are positioned with a program. It's called $25 One Up. Girl, I got heartburn. And which is why, y'all, I'm gonna give me a food journal tomorrow. I start losing weight. So I've been tracking my Amazon. It's coming. So anyways, something said,
Hey,
oh,
Ashley.
hey Ashley. I was like, who is that? So we're positioned with the program. It's called $25 One Up, and that is an instant pay program. It's digital, meaning that anywhere that we have our phone, I'm on my phone right now, Gwen's on her phone, right? And we're able to position ourselves to earn an income from home anywhere we have our phone. And what's wonderful about this opportunity is it's a one-time pay program. A lot of programs in the space, you have to pay monthly fees. Okay, this you pay one time. You could get started on our team for $125 plus $10 admin fee. Okay,
Right.
and with that, okay, that's less than $10 to $15 a month, and you are able to run a digital business, and you can earn those commissions over and over again. And what we have done, which is so wonderful, is we have truly created a community. We have created a training platform, and we plug people into that who come in at our platinum level and higher. And what people are loving so far about this program is not only that's digital, that's simple, that's giving people protection in their economy and things like that, but people are loving that they can stop, failing online. Because a lot of people who are in our tribe, they've jumped from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity. They did Amway, they did It Works, they did all these things. I
Big
mean, I'm not
mistake.
trying to throw out names. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that. But I'm just
No, I've done it. I've done it.
but my point is that when people came to our tribe, they were like looking for a place where they could stop,
Right.
opportunity hopping, and start earning commissions. And I tell the story all the time of Kiki, not to interject her into your interview, but for her to have been on the online space trying to make money forever, and last week that have she had a 375 day.
Right.
What,
That was
girl,
awesome.
we all was crying for Kiki. We was like, go Kiki, because that is amazing. That's amazing to come into our tribe, to have not known what to do and to start winning. And that's why everybody on our team positions themselves at platinum. They get into our tribe, they start duplicating, they start creating 100 plus $500. Savella had a $900 day last week. Day. Follow me what I said. I did not
Yeah.
say week. I
Yeah.
said day. And it's not, this is not like some cash machine. You just sit back and you do nothing and money comes to you. People on our
Right.
team are creating futures for themselves, following the blueprint that we give.
And I like what you said the other day to the team. You were mentioning that anybody that partners with you, please let them know up front that this is a business.
Mm-hmm.
this is a business, so you're going to have to work your own business. It's not, if you're looking for quick cash, for people flashing cash and all of that, as far as just all the time, that's, that's how you're going to get it fast. Well, we can't do business.
Mm-hmm. And what we do is simple. I do want to say that, like, it's simple. It's if you don't know how simple it is, watch the live that I did today. What we do is simple. That's it. We do it simple, but we follow the same few steps. Our team is consistent, and our team is creating an economic future that is different. And, just like Gwen has been able to do. So, Gwen, I have one more question for you.
Sure.
And that is, what would you say to someone who was thinking about starting a digital business? Like, they were thinking about it, like, I don't know. Should I? Maybe? I don't know. What would you say to that person?
Well, I would say, think about the same why or whys that get you up in the morning to go to your 9 to 5. That would suffer along with you if you were to lose your job that day. Think about, keep those whys in mind. Also, not just your whys, but think about your heart desires. Like, what is it that some of the things that you are wanting to do that you cannot do currently with your regular job? Consider it. I know it's scary. I know I mean, me doing it, starting at first, it was scared. I was scared too. Yeah, there are some people out here that are scamming people, but if you get that feeling, take a few steps back and rethink the process of who you're aligning yourself with. Ask questions. If they can't answer your questions, then that's not who you need to be assigned to.
Right. And if they can't show their face, and that's another reason on my live I said, listen, you are a business, and if you can't show your face, I'm not partnering with nobody who can't show me their face or talk to me when I have a question. Goodbye.
And don't fight back if you get a leader or a mentor and they're telling you what to do, but they're not babysitting you. Don't get mad, because you can appreciate that person. If they check back up on you to see if you know how you're doing, or they celebrate you when you are progressing, appreciate them. Especially when they're giving you extra information and tools and resources to use. Appreciate them. Show gratitude, because it's a lot of people that don't do that at all. You sign up with whatever opportunity or business that they have, and that's it. You never hear back from them. But you can appreciate those that walk along the journey with you and celebrate your success. And then you'll be able to do that, because eventually you'll have your own team. And you want to be personable, but at the same time, your mentor is going to hold you accountable for what you need to be doing in your own business.
Right.
And if you get mad, suck it up. It's just a little tough love that you need, but it's a boost to ignite the fire in you, because that person actually believes in you.
Yep.
Trust the process. That's what you do. That's what you do for me. And I definitely appreciate you for that.
Thank you, love. So I want to thank you, Gwen, so much for sharing your story. I need to drink some water. I want to thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No, I want to thank you really for sharing your story. I want to thank you for being part of our tribe. And for those of you who are watching, our tribe is strong and mighty. Here's how you can get positioned with our tribe. First, you got to come in at platinum or higher, because we are about people not making all the things that Gwen was saying, right? You can't do if you're making chump change commissions. You cannot do it. And if somebody tells you that they lied to you, they're lying to you. We will never lie to people about what it is that where you have to position yourself to earn the money you want and what you got to do. So on our tribe, you have to position yourself at platinum. Okay. And get back to whoever invited you to watch this. If it was Gwen, get involved with Gwen. If it was me, get involved with me. Position yourself. Get plugged into our team blueprint. Get plugged into our brand new team membership site. Right? Take that blueprint, apply it, start duplicating, start winning, start creating a business for yourself. a profitable business. There's a lot of people out here
Right.
saying they have businesses. Is it profitable? Are you winning? Right?
Or telling lies online.
Lies and propaganda. So, you know, that's my favorite phrase. I used to. so, so guys, so guys, that's it. I want to thank you so much for connecting with us, and we will see you in the next live. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye.